in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food. I be the car boss. I'm the car that they're youngin' boss. I'm the peppy.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crash. You will miss.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Afro-Cinematic. This is your man, Jam, and I'm on here with one of my best friends in the world. I got Sheila D. What's going on?
Hey y'all.
How you feeling this? I don't even know what today is. What's today?
Man.
Sunday morning.
Okay, because I definitely about to say morning. It's definitely the middle of the afternoon, but
I'm about to say, what day is it? You was gonna tell me what time of day it is?
I'm right there with you. I don't know.
We're on a Sunday talking about next Friday. So this is how it goes on the show. The guest picks the movie we're gonna talk about, and so you pick next Friday. Why you pick this one?
What? So I think, like, when I think of Black movies, like, it's some that be like, oh, that was so heartfelt, but some of them be just so funny. You be like, yeah. I know he didn't. So it just fit us. Like, right, cool.
That definitely is a thing with a lot of Black films. A huge number of them are comedies. You know, yeah. we it's a lot of like Black comedies out there. But what is particularly about this Friday in comparison to like the OG one, or was it like Friday After Next?
Okay, so it was so hard to choose because I feel like they all so good, but it's just like, when you think about it, all of them is just explaining one day that he had.
That was getting me at the end of this one. Like, yo, all this shit happened in a day.
In one day.
Yeah.
So in comparison to all the other like Fridays that he actually had, I was like, this is the craziest Friday. Like,
this was my first time watching it, like, in a long time. I don't even remember the last time, I watched it. So, like, one of the criteria like thinking about like, on the movies is like, do I feel like it still hold up? I feel like the first half of it is like slower to me, and I wasn't like getting with the comedy then. But soon as you meet Pinky, and like that's my favorite scene in the movie too. Soon as Pinky comes in, the whole movie shifts, and then I feel like the comedy beats really get to hitting and everything. And like Pinky Clifton Powell did, he showed the fuck out. Like him coming, that was the funniest shit in the movie. I watched it again this morning, and like Roberta was asleep, so I was trying not to like laugh too loud because she was like laying down right next to me. So I'm trying not to laugh too loud when he come in, but he was just hilarious, like putting the gun up to Craig.
Don't move. I'll blow your goddamn head smooth off. Now back up. Slowly. Don't say a word.
Hey man,
I said don't say a word.
Craig went in there and took a doo-doo. You ain't seen getting nothing in it, nothing to try to make it fresh. He ain't do nothing to try to make it fresh in there.
Come on. Little motherfucker gonna try to rob me. Well, I'm gonna show you how we do it up here in Pinky's, nigga.
I wasn't trying to rob.
Shut up! Before I bust a cap up in your ass. Now, what you done with Day Day and Roach?
Day Day is my
Shut up! Now, who sent you, nigga?
Nobody sent me.
Say another motherfucking word, and this shit is over. And I ain't playing, nigga. Now, you ain't got no gun. But where the weed at?
I ain't got no weed.
Shut the fuck, shut. Did I say, no? Oh, shit. Say it again. Say something else. Oh, say something else. Say something else, nigga. I'm gonna tie your old monkey ass up. Oh, shit.
Like, who said
So
you?
crazy.
I said, shut the fuck up.
Right. But in his mind, he really was getting robbed. Like,
Oh my God. It was so fun. Like,
and then the switch up, and like, brother, please, I got 11 kids. I'm like, what? Like,
I
he
love it.
was
Like,
just a gangster.
and it's the only scene you see him in. So he's not in the movie no more. Like, you just see him at like then he's gone. Like, I love it. Like, right after, you know, like they have like fight and everything, and you take the gun back. He's like, motherfucker had me scared, but I held my own. I love, that's my hands down my favorite scene. That's the scene I laughed like the hardest at, and like I'm always gonna remember like that's the scene that sticks out. That and when Michael Blackson came in, I remember the Michael Blackson scene being funnier. When I first seen it, like it was still silly now, but like Pinky come in, like it's just timeless. Like I'm always gonna
that whole time that they were in that record store. Because even when Baby D's outside the parking lot chasing him around, it's like, how did y'all come up with just this like location? It's just all the crazy shit gonna happen.
Everything was that shit was so funny when like Baby D she chasing Day Day around, right? So like then they get around the car, they running around the car and shit. This nigga pulls a cookie out of nowhere, an unwrapped cookie, like was he just prepared like for this moment? I'm like, where the fuck did this cookie come from? Slides it on the windshield, like slides it on the windshield to her, like I know you want it. She's like, I'm on a diet. I know the fuck you ain't. It was hilarious. Yeah, you're right. Just that whole time when they're at the record store is just so funny. Like most of this, what I was picking up too, like most of this movie, it don't really reuse set pieces. It's like they're like the record store, you there for a little bit, then you're never going back. Like you're inside the house for a little bit, then you never go back into the house. Yeah, like every set piece is just used pretty much like once. It was wild. Like, and I didn't know too that Ice Cube, I don't know why. I didn't know DJ Pooh wrote the movie. Oh yeah, they wrote the first one too. Did. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know that. That was I thought that was interesting. Like, what's your favorite like scene in the movie?
So I'm like, that's crazy because I'm like a word for word. Like I can go through every scene. It just, I mean. That's tough because, like you said, the record store is just so jam-packed, just funny. Right. But then again, once you get into the essay's house, and he's like, "No more lock doors," like that.
It definitely got some quotes. Yeah, like that line probably is the one that like stuck the most from the movie. Like people still say that, you know? Yeah, people still quote that line from the movie. I think the first Friday got more quotable lines in it, like all of them, but that line, like no more locked doors, like you know much,
exactly what they're talking about.
You know exactly what's scene and everything.
And we're gonna party now. Hey, who locked the fucking door, huh? I don't like locked doors around here. They make me crazy and shit. I was locked up and said, pass the wire. I don't want no grilled cheese. No, Leroy, I'm bilingual. There's a difference. No more locked doors. Gracias.
I want to know too, like comparing the first one and this one, which is his direct sequel. Who do you think was funnier? Was Mike Epps funnier as a sidekick, or was Chris Tucker funnier as a sidekick to you?
They are both so dramatic. So I don't know, because I just feel like Smokey just made very poor choices. But Day Day was just like, he was just always in the middle of something that didn't even have nothing to do with him. Like that wasn't his baby mama. Like that wasn't his beef with the essays. They won the money, but he spent all the money. So it's like he was just in the middle of the bull. But Smokey, I got that written down.
You're right. Like that was just a big difference between the two. Like Smokey was getting Craig in the shit. You know, like yeah, like Smokey got Craig mixed up with Big Worm and everything, but in this one it's the opposite. Like Craig is getting like Day in this shit, and I got it written down too, like in my notes that this had to be hands down like Day's like worst day of his life. Like so much bad shit just happened. You see his cousin, his wild ass ex-girlfriend comes out of nowhere, scratches up his car, like like he gets beat up, like gets starts fighting this shit at work, get fired and everything, get his car continually getting beat up, get kidnapped and everything. Like this gotta be like just his worst day of life. You're like, oh, what the fuck is happening? Like he's just stressed the whole movie.
And then nothing was his fault, which is like
I love too how he kept saying, we was talking to Craig about his ex, like, yo, what's going on with, like, he had a restraining order against her. That shit was funny to me. He was like, man, I broke up with her like 2 Fridays ago. Yeah, like 2 months ago. Like kept saying like, what?
I caught that too. I was like,
I don't think you understand how time works.
And the way he was just describing her, like, yeah, she know about all the treats that come out, the Twinkies. What?
My baby. Oh my God, that joke is so funny, man. Yeah, like it is like some parallels too, because in like in the first one, Smokey got catfished by the girls trying to say she was like Janet Jackson and everything. Like then she ended up being a big girl. And then this one, it's like the sidekick Day trying to hook up Craig Craig with the big girl. I just want you to talk to her.
Right. Now he ran from her though.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
When you look back on every scene that they do, you just know it's just a little bit of truth to it, because Black people really be like that.
It was a lot of nigga shit going on. Like, I want to know too, like, because you gotta compare it. I gotta like compare it because it is like a direct sequel. Like, what the fuck happened to Nia Long's character in this movie? You know, like she was a big like constant in the first one and everything. You keep trying to like get with her. But then when this one starts, like there's like no mention like at all. Like even when they do like the flashbacks in the beginning and shit, they never bring up like Nia Long's character. So I'm like what the fuck just happened to her? Like y'all just done? Like what happened with that relationship? Like
they had to switch. She was the last, you know what I'm saying, his little last thing. So now he gotta get with Carla. You gotta see how you get down with all the girls. Like, they was Max back in the day.
I forgot all like I really did forget like the like his love interest name in this one. Like I'm glad you just brought it up. Like I forgot all about it. She was less influential into the story. Like, this time. It was much more of like she was much more of like an afterthought in this one and compared to the first one. It was much more focused on just the hilarity between Day and Craig. Like this was a lot more silly. It was a lot more silly than I remembered. I remember too. You know, like I forgot how they came up on their money and everything, that they had hit the lottery and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was a good setup. That's why I feel like it was so slow, because they set up all the pieces and then they like, okay, now this how we gonna solve it. But like I could have thought of a million different ways to get that money, but this what y'all did. But I think it's so crazy too. They did throw Carla in the mix, but the way that he wasn't like telling Carla like, oh, I'm here to Gizmo. He like, I'm not here to, you know, like when he snuck in their house, he ran upstairs to try to get away, but then he accidentally went in her room. He like, oh no, baby, I snuck in here to come see you.
I love too how like Craig constantly has like the nigga in trouble face. Like every time like he says shit to me, he's like, huh? It was a couple times in the movie, like this nigga, like somebody say something to him, he's just like, huh? Like what? Like nigga trying to think of a lie real quick. Like nigga, we know what you did.
Hey, you go in the cage. You're gonna break your face. Lord Jesus.
Oh, I thought too. Like looking back on it, I thought it was weird that they gave Debo a brother. Like I feel like his character could have been like just eliminated from the movie, and I think it would have been fine. You know, I didn't get why his character was in the movie. Like he didn't really like do shit, you know.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, I think that was weird to give him a sidekick. That's how I feel. Like how you feel about Carlos, like that guy. I mean, that girl. That's how I feel about what's his name?
Yeah,
whatever his name, Tyrone.
Like I like everything around Debo was like weird and funny to me because like in this one, like
yeah, like,
I like.
Why did you get out of jail and try to come get him? Like you had nothing else to do.
What was funny to me, like in the open, like when they setting up exposition and everything, tell you what's about to go on. It's like, oh yeah, everybody heard that Debo about to break out of jail. Not Debo about to get out of jail. Like this nigga, everybody knows he's about to just break out of jail. Like then they show the most bootleg prison escape like in the world. Like, this nigga literally hopping over a fence like with a blanket. Like don't nobody, you know, like don't nobody like is looking for him, nothing and shit. It would have been different if it was like they show like scenes on the news or something, like it's been like 2 escape plans or some shit. Like no, like this nigga Debo just get out. And like he get out, Debo get out of jail and everything. And like Debo really like don't do shit. Like he get out of jail just to show up again, you know, predominantly like at the end, just to get arrested again. It was like, what's the point of breaking out Debo then? Like, well, like he ain't doing shit, you know? Like
that was wild. Could you imagine though, riding in the back of an animal control car for about an hour just to get arrested again?
Dog.
That's gotta be the worst Friday too. Like
man, like what was the point, man? Like everything around Pops though was funny. Like I love John Witherspoon, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. to Debo too. He dead too.
Yeah,
and John Witherspoon. You know, but everything he was just so funny. He fell in like the dog shit and everything. It was like and like riding in the car with it when he was on the freeway, like and stuff. I loved it when he like stopped at the gas station, like the dude was talking to him, like nigga move.
He out there stealing them lady fries like that. Like I just out the bathroom and put your hands on my food.
Hilarious. Like I said, towards like the midway point to the end, that's when like I was just like engrossed into it laughing. Like I was dying laughing when what's his name? Uncle Leroy had tackled one of like the game bangers like was back out.
How he can't spell Versace though.
And
like, that was some nigga shit to be like
hilarious.
Spell it, and you know niggas be like, yeah, I can't. Like what?
Like what's some of your favorite like memories like watching a movie? Like have you watched any memories like watching it with somebody, or it was just like you by yourself just really enjoying it?
Me and my boyfriend, we watch these old movies all the time, and it's just so crazy because we might have seen them when we were younger. Like that one I think came out in the 2000s, maybe like super early 2000s.
Yeah, I think came out in 2000.
Yeah. So I'm like, that was 23 years ago. I was a kid.
That's crazy. That's crazy to say that. I don't like that. Don't agree with the statement.
So seeing that at 10 years old or, you know, as a kid, it's a lot of stuff I missed when I'm watching it as an adult. I'm like, I can't believe he said that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So we picked up more, like we picking up more of it now that we grown. And that shit is so much funnier.
Yeah, like I don't know why I do not remember the scene. Like I didn't remember the scene when Craig was trying to tell his Uncle Leroy that about like the tax paper and shit, and he went in his room and had all those sex toys and shit. I don't know if I didn't know what they were when I was like younger, or like I just don't remember like that scene at all. But when I seen it this time, I'm like, oh my God. Like he got a whole ass sex dungeon, like some swing. He got like an opening cabinet, all them dildos and shit, like a projector.
Literally.
Oh,
and I think when
God.
As an adult, I was just like, what the fuck? Because then they do revisit it later too, and he's like squirting his shit on him and like whipping him. Whipping Data. They showed this on BET, like.
Damn, Daddy, I didn't know you had titties. We got a certified this in the mail today. And I got fired today.
Like watching it, like well, I was noticed like what was playing on the projector was them. I'm like, they watching a movie of themselves.
Or when he's sitting there on the couch and he's like super high, and then he got Carla dancing on the table. Like she's not there. He's actually high. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, that too about like getting high, like that play, like because that's one of like the famous lines, like in the first one, like you ain't got shit to do, you ain't got no job, ain't gonna get high.
Literally.
And this one, like, so like the first one was Craig just really like getting introduced to weed. This one, he's all out smoking. Like the first time you see him, he fucking like rolling up, like, and like he's just constantly like like smoking. He smokes at least like 3 or 4 times, like
right, because he was smoking in the record shop.
Yes, I was smoking in the record shop. I was smoking at the house. Like he smoked in pretty much every set piece that they had. Like if he was there. Like, outside of the SA's home, that was the only one, the only place where he wasn't smoking in.
And then not even that though. I think, and then they had the stigma too with the white boy with the edible brownies.
Yeah.
Like
what fucked me up? Like I remember like going in, like I remember like them feeding bologna like to the dog. Yeah. Then like I was thinking like, did they roll up? I remember like the dog getting high. I'm like, did they roll up weed or something to get to the dog? Like no, he fed the dog the brownie. And as an adult watching, I'm like, that's fucking chocolate. Let's not go kill the dog.
That's why I'm like, at first I'm watching, I'm like, oh, they're killing the dog. They gotta kill the dog so they don't get. But then now as the dog, like that dog is high as hell.
This dog is high as hell. Like I remember like the dog. So I remember the dog getting high, but as an adult watching it, like knowing that chocolate kills is poison the dogs. I'm like, oh, they he about to murder this dog. But then like the dog just okay. They just buddy and he's just going along with it. Like, oh, that was so wild to me, man. Oh, like, yeah, this one, like to me, like trying to answer the question, like, does it hold up? I think it still does, but I do feel like the first one holds up better. But like, I definitely feel like I laughed a lot harder in this one than I did like in the first one. Like I said, just the Pinky scene alone is like it's hilarious to me. Like I laughed so hard on that. Like everything surrounding Baby D was funny to me. He's like when Daddy was talking to Craig, talking about he's like, see, you laughing though I'm talking about her because you ain't seen her yet. Like what you see her at?
Exactly.
Yeah, we was talking about like she know about all the candy before they come out and shit. Like talking about she also a new Twinkie. I'm about to drop.
That ain't the cold part. She got a little sister named Baby D. I'm telling you, this fat bitch get physical. She sell dope, do hair, and babysit out the same house. The police don't know when to kick the door in. I got a restraining order on her fat ass, too.
Wait, you got a restraining order on a little girl named Baby D?
You don't know Baby D. You don't know, that's why you looking at me, because you don't know Baby D. Her fat ass be snoring and don't even be asleep, just standing there. Fat little cupcakes and shit. This fat bitch know about all the new snacks before they even hit the street. All the bootleg snacks. The year 2000 snacks. Yeah, go tell me the other day, talking about Cupcake got a new Twinkie coming out next month. It's a bad motherfucker. When you bite into it, cream fill and shoot all in your mouth, glitter. Fat bitch. Let me get ready to go to work.
I really do wonder though if that really was his baby. Like, just because his timeline was so messed up.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I thought that all this timeline shit was funny. She was like, I met her, like she had like a little bump, so I'm thinking, it's just a little pudge. Like, turn out this bitch 6 months pregnant. Like they was just stressed, like the whole movie, like everything just going wrong in his life, and he just trying to chill. Like he kept trying to talk about his rims. Like, like these 20s. Like, no, they ain't 20s, but they nice. Like,
right?
Are they 10s? Craig ain't shit, ain't letting them have that.
They messed him up. in that movie. But that still lead me to the whole second part. Like, if you just had this worst day of your life, why did y'all go out and live together?
Man.
Like,
yeah, like they did. Like they got like an apartment together and shit. Like, yo, like obviously this nigga Craig is nothing but trouble. Like, I'm not being around this guy. Like, he got niggas getting out of jail looking for his ass. He got the only niggas on the street that's causing problems looking for his ass and shit. He done got me fucking fired. He have a gun to my boss. Like ain't shit been going right since he came around. I'm not hanging with cuz. Like, I'm not hanging with cuz. Like, I'll see you at the next family reunion. I'll see you there. You know, tell Uncle Willie I said what up. Well, like, that's it. Like oh, that shit was funny too when they released Chico for the first time, like on him. And Craig got to trying to whip him with the belt. He's like, yeah, that's right, you Uncle Willie's son. I didn't catch the joke the first time, but this time it killed me. I'm like, because he a dog catcher. Shit took me out. Shit took me out. So like, is this one? Well, this obviously you said. Like you said, like it's your favorite like black movie. I was gonna ask, is it where would you rank Ice Cube's other movies?
Ooh, I'm not a diehard Ice Cube like fan. Mm-hmm. Like greatest of all time, I think it's Will Smith. Period.
Really?
Yeah. So I wouldn't quite put him up there with Will Smith, but it's like everything. I can't think of a bad.
I don't think nobody's going to dispute that. I don't think nobody's going to have an issue with that one. I don't think that's not much of a hot take.
But are we there yet? I love Ice Cube in all the Fridays. Love the man. Out of Compton, straight out of Compton, gold. Like I don't. All About the Benjamins. We just watched that the other day.
That's one of my favorite ones. Yeah. I
think he's just good.
Yeah, like he makes good chill weekend movies. You know, like I wouldn't necessarily want to go to the theater to see one of his movies, but I'll definitely like watch one of his movies at home while I'm doing something too. You know, like it's good, like background fun. You know, like movies and shit. I can agree with that. But, like All About the Benjamins is probably my favorite one.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wholesale love that one.
I give him out of 1 to 10, as far as all of his other movies, I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna put him in the 8.5.
Okay.
Compared to all those other movies.
You know, I feel you because like it's not too many. I can't think about like an Ice Cube movie like I didn't like the first time I seen it. You know, like I'm not saying I'm by like no means saying this nigga's movies is just like golden, like, but you know, by no means saying that, but like they're all enjoyable. Like I enjoyed them. I think I like Are You There Yet the least, but like I still enjoyed it when I watched it. You know, like I ain't have no issue like the first time I seen it. I don't know, like that's gonna be one where I won't be surprised if somebody pick it. And like to do that one because I won't be surprised. I will definitely be surprised if I feel like that one still holds up. But but like I pretty much I can still go back and watch, you know, like watch all of them. Like this one, like this movie was definitely like a good time. Like if you had to rate it like out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
Ooh, that's tough. Because I feel like if I give it anything less than 5 stars, I couldn't explain why.
Oh,
but it's not like a oh my god, it's the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah, I mean you can do that. Like one of my favorite movies like of all time is Tremors. Tremors is not a 5 out of 5 movie. You know, like it's not. But I like wholesale enjoy it. It's probably like the movie like I've seen the most. You know. Yeah. But like I know it's not like cinematic gold. But you know, it's still like one of my favorite movies. You know, I'll defend that one like out of everything.
I gotta watch that because I've never even heard of it.
You never seen Tremors? Like it's a monster movie. But it's not scary though. It's not scary at all. It's one of my favorite movies because like being like a monster flick, it's not like dark. You know, like it's everything happens in broad daylight and outside and shit. You know, like it's not like a big horror feel. It's more like having like some suspense, and it feels like everything that like goes on is like the decisions that the people make is like decisions that I feel like normal people would make and everything. It's a fun, and it's like it's a lot more like lighthearted than a lot of other like monster movies, but you just gotta watch it though.
Okay, yeah, gotta watch. I'm put on the list.
It's fun, yeah. So, but for this one, like, what would you give it though?
Let's see. I'm going to. I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
That's good. I feel
solid 4.
I think I'll give this one a 3. I feel like a 3 is fair for it. You know, like like I said, I enjoyed it. You know, like I feel like it didn't overstay its welcome. It wasn't too long. You know, like you know, like it came in, it did what it wants to do, and I got some good laughs at it out of it. Yeah, I think good. Like it's good. 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Now, questions like just regular movie going questions I ask all my guests. You know, before we get out of here, gonna do a top 3. So I want you to give me your top 3. Give me your top 3 movie villains.
Movie villains. When I think movie villain, I automatically my brain just go Tyler Perry.
Wasn't expecting that, but all right.
Like not Tyler Perry is the villain, but like
yeah, I get you.
When you watch like Temptation, and then you see the man, and then he come with his red sports car, like villain. You knew she was married to have a good or like the man and what is that one movie? Something Grace, A Fall from Grace or something.
I don't know.
The man, this man he gets with this old lady and steal all her money. Like
wow.
So I think he takes the cake for drama and all the villains.
All right, so what's your top 3 of them then?
Well, definitely those 2. And then I'm still decided on, you know, Diary of a Mad Black Woman if Charles was the villain.
Bald head ass Charles. Tyler Perry loved making bald head black dudes villains. So like once you see one, you already know the villain right there. He does. He really loved making them villains. Then you know he always going. It's a great chance. It's gonna be some light skinned nigga that's gonna end up being the hero, or at least they're gonna be lighter than the villain. You know, it's not that many movies. The only ones I can think of were like the so-called hero is like dark skin. Is the Why Did I Get Married movies. That though, and what was it like the diary or something like of a therapist or some shit like that? I can't remember.
Yeah, that was the Temptation movie.
That one was Temptation. Okay, I couldn't remember the name of it. Well, like Lance Gross and the Smollett daughter. Yeah, that one. Yeah, the light skinned dude. He looked like when I first seen that movie, I thought he was Miguel. I'm like, oh shit, Miguel in this? Like, I'm looking like, oh shit, that ain't Miguel. That movie like was wild. Like Tyler Perry does fucking like his movies be so fucking out of here. They be like soap opera, like this is shit. Like that be going on in his shit.
No facts. I be thinking like, is this a real story that you really know about somebody? Because it's kind of
this nigga need more writers in his writer's room. He need more. Right. He like, oh, I wrote this movie in 3 days. Like, I don't think that's a good thing. Like, I don't think you should be happy about that, my guy. Oh man, but like, yeah, I definitely enjoyed this movie. Like I said, more than I thought I was going back to it. So I do think like it aged well. Like I said, solid 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for me. You know,
I want to know what the generation under us would think about that movie.
Yeah, like this is the whole reason. This is like the whole reason why I wanted to do the show, because a lot of like the generation under us haven't seen a lot of black films. Because when we were coming up early 2000s and like the 90s, I was like, it was so much like black movies and TV shows, and it's not the same now. It's not like the same amount, because before we had like UPN and like New Line Cinema always greenlit a lot of like black movies and stuff. But like now it's not the same amount. But That's why I don't like when people around our age say we didn't like come up with like a lot of black stuff. Like, man, all I stayed was watching black television. You know, all I stayed watching like the Jamie Foxx show, the Wayans brothers and shit, Living Single. Then like so many good movies and shit was coming out. Like, yeah, like,
yeah, they don't got that. Nah,
yeah. Now it's nowhere near. Yeah, it's nowhere near as much stuff. That's why I want like to do this podcast. So like younger people look at it and listen to it, want to go back and view these movies.
I wonder like if they would truly actually be entertained like we are, or if they would be more problem solver. Like, why didn't they just like
yeah, or they'll try to
that wasn't an option back in our day.
Yeah, right? Calling the movies like problematic. Yeah, especially because like niggas is talking about like, oh, I want to give you my phone number, but I'm afraid to talk to you there, so I give you my pager number. I was like, call that sound like, damn, I forgot about pagers. I used to want to have one of them boys so bad. I remember when the clear ones that hit the block. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta have one of them boys. I knew a drug dealer who had one. He had one of them orange boys. I'm like, dog, that boy fucking sick. Please let me borrow that boy. Ain't got nobody to fucking call. I'm young as shit, but I just wanted a pager, you know?
Literally.
Just fucking wanted one.
Hey, boy.
Oh my god. Well, I think it's a good place like to end it. So Sheila, you want to tell the people where they can like follow you on any socials?
Yeah, so of course Facebook, I'm probably on there the most. Sheila D straight across the board. Instagram is private, so you got to get accepted.
Gotta get into the club.
That's at herstory_lit, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, this has been another episode of Afro-Cinematic, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.